thing that made you successful is now destroying you. The drive that built your business has become a cage. That exhaustion you feel isn't just in your mind. Your energy system is literally short-circuited. This isn't just energetic talk. It's backed by neuroscience. As Dr. Andrew Huberman, the Stanford neuroscientist, explains, chronic stress leads to the persistent elevation of chemicals like cortisol and adrenaline. And those chemicals are catabolic, meaning they break down the tissues in your body. I'm Dr. Amirah Hall, and I have found out why smart people hit these invisible walls. Some people keep their energy strong, while other people burn out. I've discovered a reset that works up to 10 times faster than normal approaches. And this method aligns with what Dr. Joe Dispenza's research shows. When you make your thoughts more powerful than your environment, you create new neural circuits that begin to change epigenetically. What that boils down to is by changing your biology with your mind, you're no longer the same person. What I'm going to share with you will change how you see your energy and burnout forever. Here's what's happening to successful people right now. They wake up exhausted, but can't sleep at night. Their worries are ambushing them at 3 a.m., stealing their rest. You snap at your loved ones over nothing. Then you hate yourself for it. Important work just sits over there in the corner while your focus is just scattered. Your phone owns you. The first thing you see and the last thing you touch. You've built success, but inside, you're hollow. That evening bottle of wine becomes your off switch. Mornings come and you're foggy, so you pop some Adderall to function. Add some anti-anxiety meds when you're too wired, then the sleeping pills to crash. That chemical carousel makes you a stranger to yourself. You've tried workshops, apps, meditation perhaps, guru training, masterminds, all promising relief. They work for a week, maybe 2, and then you slide backwards. The same patterns, the same drain. Nothing sticks. If nothing changes, your body will break down. Not just being tired, sick, headed for a heart attack kind of problem. Constant infections happen, weight issues, alarming lab results, your business judgments fail, you miss opportunities, you start making costly mistakes. And then panic replaces that clear thinking that made you successful in the first place. The people who you love start to drift away. Your partner grows distant, the kids stop sharing their lives, and friends quit calling. You might be surrounded by people but feel completely alone. This is what's happening in your body right now. And here's the truth. You're not broken. You don't need more hustle. You've been using the wrong approach. What if there's a solution that fixes the real problem? Just picture how different your life could be when this weight lifts. Imagine feeling free. Imagine feeling fire again. Not the kind that burns you out, but that steady energy that powers everything that you do. Waking up with that natural energy that lasts all day. Making decisions from a place of being clear and not pressured. Being fully present with people who matter. Not just physically there while your mind is just racing on other issues. I found something that helps burned out achievers make that shift in just 28 days. And the surprising part? It follows a clear formula that works consistently. It's about removing what's been hidden from you, something science is beginning to explain and something spirituality has known for ages. Where ancient wisdom meets modern research and where real breakthroughs happen. This method works at a level most approaches never reach, creating possibilities you haven't even thought of. I discovered this myself the hard way, through my own life falling apart and having to rebuild it again. 25 years ago, I was an award-winning, highly paid corporate professional, and on paper, I had it all, but something was missing. I felt empty. Despite my success, in 1998, I went to Egypt searching for some meaning. And outside the Valley of the Kings, I had a near-death experience where everything changed. And when I came home, everything was different. Within months, my entire successful life fell apart. I lost my high-paying job, my savings, everything. After hovering between life and death, I returned to this strange new sight. I could see energy patterns flowing through people, including the invisible blocks that causing their suffering. And while doctors see symptoms, I saw underlying disruptions in their life force field. And believe me, when I say this, I felt for a long time that it was a curse. I just wanted my whole life back, my career, my confidence, my normal routine. And I wasn't trying to become some healer. I was desperate to just stop my own pain. So my journey began selfishly, just to fix myself, to make that constant overwhelm stop. And I never imagined it would lead me to where I'm at today. So what I discovered was that we create everything through our energy. Success wasn't blocked by outside circumstances. It's blocked by energy misalignment. And when you fight your purpose, life pushes back. And the harder you push, the stronger it resists. Now, as I repaired my frequency flow, my life transformed. 6 months, I was back interviewing, hoped to return to my 6-figure role. 3 times, I made it to the final round. And then 3 times, I was rejected despite being qualified. And after the 3rd rejection, I totally crumbled. In my darkest moment, I screamed at the universe, why show me these incredible things if I can't even survive? And in the silence that followed that meltdown, something radically shifted. It wasn't failure blocking me. It was redirection. Corporate America wasn't my path. And helping others break free from their energetic blocks was my true calling. So I started helping colleagues with these techniques, and I was amazed at how quickly their lives changed. People stuck for years made these breakthroughs in days. So since then, I've helped thousands of people fulfill their deepest desires, not just to succeed, but to feel alive again, to thrive, to reconnect with that spark that they thought has gone forever. Here's what I learned. Real blocks aren't what you think they are. If you knew what was actually draining your energy, you're smart. You would have fixed it by now, right? The truth is most successful people are looking in all the wrong places. These blocks persist because they're hidden in your neural field. They're invisible to normal approaches. They're like a circuit breaker in your energy system that's meant to protect you, but now it's cutting your power. And that matches what researchers have found. Our reality is influenced by our energy field, which responds to our consciousness. Your mind sees the world as you're programmed to see it. And if you believe success requires burnout, that's exactly what you get. That's why mainstream mindset fails so consistently. That hustle strategy works until suddenly it doesn't. The discipline that you built your success becomes the very thing that ends up destroying you. And here's the standard playbook. Think harder, strategize more, hustle longer. But this keeps you stuck. You can't think your way past these patterns. It's like trying to put out a fire with more fire. You can't strategize around energy blocks. It's like trying to solve a maze by being inside it. You can't hustle through the system of failures. It's like fixing exhaustion by working harder. If you keep using the old established pattern, you're going to keep getting the same kind of results. Brief improvements, but deeper burnout. You need the new way, an integrative approach that works with your entire system, not just your thinking. I've created a regenerative method that connects you with your core, helping you feel whole again. The results still amaze me. My discovery led to something simple, the energy reset method. It works on one idea. Before adding more strategies, clear the energy blocks, stopping what you already know from working. This method has 3 clear steps. First, we find the specific success blocks with special tools. These aren't generic. They're unique to your life and business. Second, we clear these blocks with techniques that work with your nervous system. This isn't positive thinking or new age mantras. It's a biological reset, returning your system to natural flow. And third, we create daily patterns that maintain your energy even under pressure. Your business demands will continue. The difference is you're going to handle them from clarity and strength, not depletion. And what makes this so powerful is how it works with your brain's natural states. Science shows that there's moments when your mind is highly receptive to new patterns. In these moments, we can transform your experience completely. And here are real results that people are getting from this method. Clients come to me that have been stuck in their careers or their business. They're talented, they're hardworking, but something invisible is blocking them. One client slept through the night for the first time in years after just one session. Another client made a major business decision she'd avoided for months within just 3 weeks. And a third person saw his team connect in ways that he had never seen before after years of struggle. After we shift their energy, we transform the actual results. They get promotions faster than they thought possible. They land dream roles they thought were out of their reach. One client had doubled his income in just 90 days of working together, and he reached $500,000 a year, and he never thought that would ever happen. When Sarah came to me, she was at her breaking point. She was the founder of a thriving consulting firm. She appeared successful by every external measure. Yet something invisible was draining her energy and blocking her growth. During our work together, we uncovered a subtle but powerful pattern. In her early days of her business, she learned to push through exhaustion as a survival mechanism. What once served her was the very thing that was beginning to hold her back. The moment we cleared this energetic block, everything shifted. And within just 3 weeks, Sarah finally redesigned her whole entire client onboarding system, a project she'd been paralyzed with for months. So it's like the fog lifted, she told me. I can suddenly see clearly and take action without crushing weight of resistance. Now, Mark, whose company was approaching 3 million, cleared a deep fear pattern in our second session. And then he slept through the whole night and felt truly present with his family the very next day. Unlike the mainstream mindset, this regenerative approach works at the neural field level where real change happens. I'm going to help you uncover the exact hidden blocks affecting your energy and your success. You probably have questions about this regenerative approach, right? You might think, oh, it sounds a little too woo-woo for me. Many of my clients thought the very same thing. In fact, I did too. That's why I designed this to work, whether you believe it or not. It's based on neuroscience and the quantum field theory, not just ancient wisdom. The results speak for themselves. You might worry that this is just another fix. It's not. This removes what's blocking your natural flow, creating lasting change. That's why I created a 30-day program. This time frame also builds on your level of trusting the system and me. We get to know each other. Hopefully, I earn your trust as we work body, mind, and soul. According to Andrew Huberman, the neuroscientist and neurobiologist, he says that it takes a minimum of 21 days for neural pathways to begin forming new habits. What I've experienced over the past 2 decades is working hands-on with my clients for 30 days or more allows these patterns to become more deeply encoded in the brain for lasting change. And you might be thinking, well, I don't have time for another approach. But consider this. Not addressing these blocks is costing you far more time than it would be by fixing them. Maybe you're wondering, what if it doesn't work for me? In 25 years working with thousands of clients, I haven't seen anyone fail who are committed to the process. This isn't like any other approaches that you've tried. You're not alone. I'm working with you, writing these new neural pathways that need time to develop. That's why we need 31 days to start. You'll notice shifts immediately, often unexpected ways. We work with your whole system, not isolated aspects, because we're multidimensional beings. Sometimes our deepest desires take some time while unexpected breakthroughs happen. Take Ryan, for example. He's a successful oil and gas consultant, and he didn't realize his family issues were actually creating an energy leak in his business goals. And after just 2 sessions, his brother and parents reached out to him after 6 years of no contact. By week 3, he spent an entire weekend with his son, but he previously thought was impossible. These unexpected resolutions confirmed the neural field was having profound effects beyond his initial goals. I've heard from people say, I've tried energy work before and it didn't last. Well, that's because most approaches don't address the specific patterns in your neural field. They offer temporary relief without fixing the underlying block. I've had people say to me, well, I should be able to figure this out myself. I get it. But even the most brilliant minds need an outside perspective sometimes. And after all, you can't see your own blind spots. That's why they're called blind spots. And here's the thing. I'm not here to tell you who you are. I'm here to help you rediscover your own genius that's been buried under these energy blocks. This isn't about becoming more like me. It's about becoming more fully you. I'm simply a guide who can spot what you can't see and help you reconnect with that unique success frequency, whatever that means to you for your specific gifts and your calling. I've heard clients say, I'm afraid of what might change in my life. Yeah, change can feel scary, but consider the cost of staying where you're at. I think about Ryan when I hear this concern because he came to me paralyzed by similar fears. Yet when he unexpectedly reconnected with his family between sessions, something he'd blocked for years, he was stunned by the experience. It was so natural, so wonderful. He had tears running down his face. And that single breakthrough created such a profound relief and healing that everything else started shifting for him. Sometimes what we fear the most isn't change itself, but continually carrying the weight that we've grown accustomed to. Isn't reclaiming your energy worth stepping through that door of uncertainty? I've heard people say, I'm too far gone for this to help me. Well, when I hear these words, I recognize the exhaustion behind them. That feeling when you've tried everything, when you've pushed so hard for so long, and even hope feels too heavy of a burden to carry. But here's what I've witnessed time and time again over the years of doing this work. The more depleted you feel right now, the more desperately your system is crying out for rebalancing. It's like a parched garden that responds dramatically after the first rainfall, after a drought. The clients who come to me at their breaking point, who sit across from me with empty eyes saying, "Nothing works for me," are often the very ones who experience the most profound transformations. Sometimes there's unresolved trauma fueling that fire of exhaustion. Old wounds they've been carrying around for so long, they've forgotten, they've moved on, but they're there. These hidden burdens become part of their identity. It's like a background noise that they can no longer distinguish from the silence. But their systems are so ready for change that when they finally remove those energetic blocks and address the underlying trauma, the shift is like watching somebody come back to life. It's as if their nervous system has been waiting for decades for the precise moment of release. Colors become more vivid, decisions become clearer, and the weight they didn't even know they were carrying suddenly lifts, and they recognize that they're themselves again. Now, you stand at a crossroads with two clear paths ahead of you. Path one, keep pushing against these walls, try what hasn't worked, and watch your energy drain even further. Path two, discover what's really blocking you and finally break through to lasting change. If you're ready for real change, the next step is simple. Go ahead and click below and book your free 15-minute clarity call. On this call, would help you find at least one hidden block that's limiting your success. And you'll leave with a technique that you can use right away, whether we work together or not. And if you're cautious about trying something new, I get it, I understand. My program starts with just 4 weeks. You'll feel the change within 7 days. And by the end of our month together, you'll know if this works for you. I don't need you to believe me now. I just need you to be curious about what might be possible. You'll find the calendar just below this video, so just pick a time that works for you. But act quickly, because my calendar does fill up. And that drive that built your success doesn't have to trap you. It can free you again. Go ahead and click now, book your clarity call, because the journey back to your authentic self starts today.